Well, what is going on here on a Thursday? Well, let's take a look. The Suburban's still up on the hoist. The sons of a bitch. Anyway, we got the Grand National in here. And again, this is not, we're just doing floors. So right now, Mike, you have to drill all this stuff out. You have to get all these out of here. Because you got to save all that stuff. It goes right across to that side. So he's drilling all that out, working on that. That'll be out of there. And by tomorrow, this floor will be cut out. And he'll be fitting the new one in, getting ready to, which is sitting over here, figuring it out where it's got to go. All right. Playing the game. Kathy's truck, well, there's what's left of it. We had a fire. Caught fire, it blew up, and well, I saved her that. Hopefully she'll be happy with it. That's a start. She can start over. It's all good. We'll see what's happening also outside. Haven't told her yet, but whatever. It don't matter, right? It don't matter. See, it's... What is this, you're probably wondering? It's an 07, but he's a friend of mine. I don't normally work on this stuff, but he's a friend. So, you can see he's had a scrape down the side. So we're going to take care of that for him. And then he wants us just the front. Where was he talking here? The front here, starting to peel away, so he wants us to take care of that. And then he's got a spot up on the top of the, see it right there, it's starting to rust. So obviously we're gonna have to pull the windshield and clean that up. And that's all we're doing there. So he's a friend. I normally don't get involved in the newer stuff, but we're gonna take care of that. So that's pretty new, 07. And oh, there's Kathy's truck right there. Oh, thought it burnt up. Just joking you, Kathy. I always like joking. So the brakes are on it. The disc brake kit is on it, and the pedal's there. It's working. You can't see it. We had to roll it out here to get the other one in, but yeah, it's pretty dark out here. Anyway, well, maybe you can see it there. Disc brake kit is in there. It's all in there. Brakes are bled. She has brakes. So we're going to roll it back in the shop next week. We're going to put the front sheet metal on it. Then we're going to put the carburetor on it. And then we're going to put the gas pedal in it. Then we're going to make up a shifter and put the shifter in it. Then we're going to try and figure out the radiator. And once you figure that out, then the following week, we're going to start wiring it. And that's up to my wiring guy. I don't do the wiring. And then away we go. Woohoo. Listen to that. Closes like a charm. We got another new project in. But I have to go around this other way and see what's going on. I'm just trying to see what else is happening around here that you may want to see. But yeah, we'll come in the other shop and go this way because the door's closed over there. And of course my beer 30 room's getting jammed up. I got the 58 jammed in here, my 58. I got my Model A over in the corner. Oh my God, I got my 409. She's so fine sitting there. I got some nice old saloon doors. Look at these saloon doors. Hell yeah. Putting saloon doors up here. So it's going to walk in. It's going to be like country bar, hot rod parts, all sorts of shit. You know what I mean? Stuff I love. Going to put in there stuff that makes me feel good. And that's what you guys should do too. Put stuff up that makes you feel good. That's what it's all about. Okay, anyway, let's walk over to the other shop and see the new project. Okay, we'll show you what Sean's got on the go over here, the newest project. Gotta do a bit of a shop cleanup this Saturday. Nothing major, just, you know, a lot of scrap in the shop. It's gotta be taken to the scrap bin, empty the garbages, that kind of shop cleanup. So here we go. 1973 Corvette Stingray. Now the gentleman brought this in, he bought it, and he said the fellow he bought it off of, purchased it from, had it painted 3 years ago. And this gentleman had it, and I guess this year the paint started blistering and bubbling really bad on it. I wonder where the sample went. Here we go, I want to show you something. So the hood was the worst. The hood was like bubbles that big. This is it. This is how she came off. Look at this. Sheets and sheets and sheets. Actually, here, I'll show you right here. Take a look at this. Think if I can find the right spot. Yeah, there you go. I don't know if that's the exact spot, but see how the curve fits the curve. So that's what's going on. I don't know if we can see it here on the car. I'm trying to take a look here. God, it's hard to... Oh, it's going to be hard for you guys to see this. I don't know if you can with the lights. I'm trying to get at it. Well, you're just going to have to trust me. Trying to... Now, it's doing it like everywhere here. It's just pimpled. So, you know, you gotta... I'll show you an example. Here's... This car, I don't know how many times it's been painted. This is basically right back down to your coating. You got a white and a gray and a yellow. I know that yellow's a primer. I know this red oxide's a primer. Then the car looks like it was black at one point. Then it was green. Well, actually, it was yellow because this is not a filler. This is not. Remember the old yellow filler primer? This isn't it. So you went. Like I said, this is yellow filler primer. I believe the car was white. Then it went like a... I'd have to look up the code numbers, and we'd know for sure. But I'm just estimating. So it was white. It looks like they primer it, put some filler primer, and then the old red oxide back in there. I mean, remember, it is 1973. It went black. Then it looks like it was primed again, and it's a black there. But then it's a yellow. There's a green. There's definitely a red that was under this red. But you see all these dots? You see them? They do not disappear until you get down to here. Now, the good news is it's only done it on the top half there and across the top half here, which, you know, you can't really see it. In my eyes, I don't know. It's not happening nowhere on the sides. We started stripping down the side. Actually, I'm working on this one with Sean. This is my fender. I'm working on it. You don't ever see me do body work. Not this is body work, but I can do it. Anyway, so we're getting in there stripping it down, but it never happened on the sides, and I'm kind of questioning now if this car was not tarped. Because this is the exact signs of tarping. Because it's massive on the hood. The hood was the worst, the fenders or whatever. And it's starting to lightly pimple here, like little wee pimples, almost like there's moisture under there. Or it could be the products didn't adhere. It could have been these cars back in the day were painted lacquer. Maybe someone didn't strip the lacquer before they were painting on their the newer paints. Like, people don't think I could sit here all day long and tell you 5, 6, 7 different reasons this could be going on. I'll never know exactly why, but there's lots of reasons it could be going on. Sometimes even fiberglass has an oil resin in it, which will come up through it, which will cause this. There's lots of reasoning you won't know. All you can do is strip it. That's it. Just strip it. So that's what's going on. I don't know whether we're going to have to strip the sides as much. We're going to get down there, but we'll find out. We got all sorts of stuff here. Like I say, we got sanders and chemicals and everything to do this. So it's not like this is our first rodeo. Sean is a wizard at fiberglass. I mean, he used to build fiberglass race car bodies, believe it or not, and work on boats. So he knows what's going, he knows, but you can't pinpoint 100% why this occurred because there's so many things out there to choose from. But anyway, 73 Corvette Stingray. That's what's here. That is what is here, and that's what we're working on. And like I say, I'm actually giving Sean a hand on this one. I don't mind. I've got a few projects on the go myself. Like, we got the Pontiac over here. So it's all basically ready to go, except the owner asked me to get an antenna to fill the hole. So the antenna came in. So I got the antenna here to fill the hole on the fender over there. And a couple little tweaks this week, and that's it. This car's out of here. It was basically look it over, make sure it looks good, it's drivable, it runs good, there you go. I'll take it out and around the block, but I can't sit there and drive it for a week straight. The owner's just going to have to take it and see what happens. Everything looks solid to me. I think who we bought it from was a legit guy, but I can't tell you whether the transmission's going to last a day, a week, or 10 years. Same as the engine. I don't know. That's this stuff you're just going to have to jump in, put the keys in it, and like I always say, when you're uncertain of a car, drive it locally around town for a good month or so. Keep every day, maybe keep going further ventures with it to get to know the car, and once you feel comfortable, then be like, hey, that's it. I mean, I never jump in any of my cars when I first finish them. I don't jump in any of my cars and start traveling across the world in them. I mean, I like to drive them around because there's always some sort of bugs you got to work out. There always is, and sometimes you're lucky and there's not. Sometimes you're lucky. So So that's what's going on there. Sean's working on it. I'm trying to think if there's something else new here. For some reason I thought there was something else new here. No, there isn't. Well, that Chef pickup I showed you earlier in the video there. But I know most of you won't be interested in that. Anyway, so, and yeah, fun day Sunday. Sunday fun day, whatever you're going to say. Hey, can't wait. It's coming up here soon. Yeah, so big shout out to Ross. Ross, thank you very much. He wrote a nice comment. That's the gentleman I purchased the car off. He put a picture of it up, and he said, here's the car that I sold to Rick Han, and he said, he goes, it's in the, I'm glad, like Ross likes things to go to a good home, and he said, I'm glad it went to a good home. He said it went to a good home, and he can see it's getting all the love it should need, and that's one thing. That's one thing, whether people out there either like me or dislike me, because everybody has different views, and unfortunately, I just announce my views verbally. It's just who I am, and that's why people either like me or don't. But I'm a car guy, and one thing about me is I look after cars, and I take care of them, and I fix them, and I do them right. That's just it. So you never have to have any fear. If you give me a car, I'll make it all good, and I'll make it nice. So if you don't know who Ross is, and you go on YouTube, and if any of you guys watch Bad Chad, I think there's, I don't know, I saw 2 for sure. There might be 3. I think there was supposed to be 3. I saw 2. Anyway, there's some videos out there on Bad Chad. He comes down here and he visits Ross, and Ross has all the Mercury collection, and oh God, he's got so much stuff. He's got so much stuff that I know even Ross doesn't know what he's got. anyway, hey, big thumbs up. Thanks, Ross, for a big shout out there. And yeah, Jolene and Chad, yeah, great. You guys came down, you visited Ross. They're good people. Never met them, but I like his channel too. Some people may disagree with what he builds. Some may like it, some may not. He's a guy like myself. He's building cars with what he's got, and he's got a vision in his head, and he sees it through and he gets it done. So I don't like every single build he builds. I like a lot of his builds. There's some I don't like I say, but I think they're great. I think what they're doing and what's going on is awesome. I mean, that is their reality. What I'm trying to be here, they are reality, and that's what you got to give them at the end of the day. They're reality. They're not what you're seeing on TV and these other shows. But we're not going there because we're here. Anyway, so, and of course the Suburban's still sitting up there. It's sitting there. What else can I say? It's coming down. It's coming down next week. We're getting all the cross braces in it now and changing all the bolts and shit out for that. So finally this will come down off the lift. And let's see. And since I started this video, beginning of this video, we had a floor in here. Now apparently we got no floor. So Flintstone mobile, here we go. Nothing wrong with the Flintstones. I love the Flintstones. Shit, I still watch the Flintstones. Why not? Brings back a little bit of my youth. Makes me happy. With that being said, it's always a good time at old time. We'll catch you next time. I think next time you're going to see me is going to be on Sunday Fun Day. So you guys have a great week. See you later.